Good evening. Welcome back to the unit. I've literally, well not literally, but I've just got to the unit, but I've been away for a week. I have been at Elvedon Forest Centre Parks for the week, well Monday to Friday. Had a lovely well-deserved break and I'm just on my way to football. The time is currently 6 o'clock. I've got football at, well, I've got to be there at 8:30, so I've got a couple of hours to quickly get sorted. Come to pick everything that I've sold whilst I've been away. I put my store on holiday mode Monday to Friday. Tonight it comes back on. Sold some bits and bobs on Vinted, so just going to get them all out. Don't think I'm going to wrap them today, but I'm going to wrap them tomorrow and get them sent. But I'm going to show you what we've sold. I am hoping that you can see me alright. I'm using my light that I got from the car boot sale. Try that again. My light that I got from the car boot sale the other day. I've moved it a wee bit closer. Don't normally come in here when it's like pitch black, but now it's getting a bit darker earlier. Needs must. Right, I'm going to break this video into like two sections. I've got eBay sales and Vinted sales. Obviously since becoming a below seller, I've been selling a lot more on Vinted because obviously I've been, well, listing a lot more on Vinted. I actually think, I can't remember which one I sold. It's this one. So, well, we'll start here. We'll start strong, shall we? First sale of the day is a Pure radio. You know me, I love a good Pure radio. This is a Pure 1S. I paid a £5 for this. It does work as it should. Doesn't have the battery compartment. It does have the battery compartment. It doesn't have the power cable. Sold it for £13. So not the biggest profit in the world, but it's still profit nonetheless. And then second sale, I've had this for, I couldn't tell you how long. This come from the old unit. That's how long I've had this. It's just a DVD player, bog standard, £8. Sold for £8. Got no remote control. It's got the power cable, but that's it. £8. We'll get the little sales out of the way, and then we'll jump into the bigger sales. Right, anyone for the F1 fans? I have 4 F1, I don't know what these are called. Are these called annuals? I don't know. They're 4 F1, they're F1 books. I don't actually know what they're called. When you go to football, you get like books like on the game. But I don't know if that's what they are. When you go to a certain race, you get, you buy one of these and it gives you the information and all the ins and outs. But anyway, I paid £1 for the 4 of these and they sold for £12.74. I think that was on like an offer that I may have sent out, and obviously someone took up the offer and bought it. Right, next up, this is it's a record player, as you can see, but it also is like a CD player, USB, Bluetooth, like sort of like an all-in-one music player. I bought this in one of the charity shop videos that I've done ages ago. I paid £10 for this and it sold for £45. It's by a company called GPO. So not like a, what's the word? Not like a top-end brand, but not like a bottom-end brand, somewhere in the middle. But yeah, 10 into 45, still a nice bit of profit nonetheless. Sorry, I sort of cut that short because I've been playing about with the lighting. It's a bit of a nightmare in here. I do really need to get some, well, a portable power unit where I can plug it in and put my lights on it and stuff like that. But I think this is the best you're going to get. I do apologise. I think it's a bit clearer now though. Right, next up. This is, so I bought a Hoover or a vacuum and the vacuum didn't work, but the charger did. So rather than selling the vacuum for parts and giving the charger away, I always just sell the vacuum, take the lead away and sell them separately. So I think I sold the vacuum for like £20 and then the charger worked, so I sold the charger for £15 as well. Yeah, always look into it. I know it's a bit of a pain when you buy something you think, I thought it was going to work, but unfortunately that's the gamble at the car boot sale. You never know if it's going to work. It is a gamble. It's a gamble. You never know. But don't be put off. There's other ways of breaking it down. But break it down and maximise your profit. If you buy like a console and the console don't work. You sell the console for parts. If the controller works, you sell the controller separately, you sell the games separately. There's always money. Even like the Xbox 360, like the brick chargers, sell them by themselves. They're worth like a tenner, 12 quid. I buy them all day long. Always worth selling. Right, next few sales are all shoe related. These sold within like 5 minutes of me listing them. These are Scarpa Gore-Texes. Now, if you watch along, you know that I'm not really one who cleans the shoes a lot. I buy the shoes a lot, I don't always clean the shoes a lot, so I always sell them for a little bit cheaper than the market value. So I paid £10 for these, which I thought was a steal. Well, it was a steal, and they sold for £70, $69.99, literally like that. So, yep, straight in, straight out. I listed them. What day did I go away? I went away Sunday night, so I bought them Sunday morning. Come down here all day Sunday, got all my pictures done, listed throughout the week, and this is one of the first things I listed Sunday night when I got to the hotel, because I stayed over the Sunday night so I didn't have to travel. Done loads of work Sunday night, listed those. They sold whilst I was listing. So yep, straight in, straight out. Happy days. Then this sale coming shortly after that sale. These are Barker loafers. They're not lokes, they're loafers. Barker's a good brand in the shoe game. They're like a dress shoe or a formal shoe. I paid £5 for these. These sold for £45. So another nice sale. Them two, literally, they sold one after the other. I was really happy. I was sort of like doing some listings, some editing for YouTube videos, stuff like that, and then they sold. And then another pair of shoes sold. Vans. Now my mate Mark, he always goes, "Oh, you always pick up Vans. I can never sell Vans." Now, Vans for me, they're not like some of the shoes. They can be expensive. You find like the MTEs and like certain Vans shoes, like more limited editions and stuff like that, or collaborations. But like slip-on Vans, they're not the most expensive thing in the world, but I always think they sell quickly. Now I paid £3.50 for these, and they sold for £18. So still a nice bit of profit. Didn't hang around for long. Probably listed for like 4 days or something like that. So straight in, straight out. 3 more sales on eBay. First of which is the Xbox 360. You would have seen that I bought this at a car boot sale a little while ago. I bought it off some fellas I know. They do like the red clearance guys. Says it on it, doesn't work. I paid £2 for this. I took the hard drive out of it. That sold for like $8.99, and then the broken Xbox sold for like 6 quid. So $8.99, that's 6. Come on, Ash, you can do maths. 15 quid. So a couple of quid into 15. Oh, someone asked me the other day, and I do apologise. I'm very Cockney, like London speaking. A quid and a pound are the same thing. It's just that quid is slang for pound. So 1 quid, £1. I do apologise. Next up is a Braun. I think it's a heart rate monitor. Goes on your wrist, tells you your heart rate. That's it right there. Nice bit of kit. It's brand new inside, never been used. Sold for £30. I paid £3 for this in a charity shop. So nice quick sale. And then the last sale on eBay was this big old thing. A Casio keyboard. Now I paid how much did I paid for a tenner for this in a charity shop, and it actually came with a little dongle. Let me get it for you. Came with this. Oh, I've just stepped on something I shouldn't have. It come with this in the top of it. Now you can't see because the light's not great, but it's some form of a USB that plugs in the top of this. What's it called? It's some sort of audio adapter. Now this adapter sells for 30 quid by itself, so I'm selling that separately. So I took that out of this. Yeah, and I sold the Casio keyboard. It's called a Casio Tone. Sold for 50 quid by itself. So nice, good sale. That's what I mean though. Always look at like certain things. That's one of like the best things I learned when I started reselling. Like when you get bundles of stuff, sometimes it can be worth more money breaking it down than selling it all together. It's definitely worth, like, just the next time you buy something and it's like 3 or 4 different parts. I get it that selling it all together can be a lot quicker, but sometimes you can break it down and it maximises your profit. Just have a go, give it a go. God, it's dark out here now. Right, and then the last part of the video is going to be all Vinted sales. So we've had 4. I'm trying to list more to Vinted. People tell me all the time, list more to Vinted, list more to Vinted. So I have been listing to Vinted. I find it really difficult when people lowball you. Like, I know a lot of people would counter offer. I don't even bother. I just ignore them, or I write lol. It's not very professional, I know, but like, the thing is, you can put things up for like 50 quid, and someone will try and offer you like the bare minimum, which is like, I don't know, like 28 quid or something. Like, offer me a sensible offer, and I'll take it all the time. Like, if you watch along with these videos, you'll know that I'm quite a sucker for taking an offer. Like, I'll show you, for example, first thing I sold was this, which I thought was really cool. This is a rugby, I don't know much about rugby, sorry. I don't know if this is rugby union or, I don't know, someone's going to crucify me. This is what it is, Gilbert Rugby. I know it's England Rugby, that's all I know. And it's a lamp, very nice lamp at that. And a lady messaged me on Vinted and she said, hi, I really like the lamp. I want to buy this for someone for Christmas. I had it up for 40 quid and she said, can I be really cheeky and can I offer you 30 quid? And I said, look, that sounds fair enough to me. I only paid 4 quid for it. Took it straight away and they paid. I don't mind that. I'm really happy with that. It's always, I only care what I paid for things. If I paid 20 quid for it, you know, 30 quid's not enough. But because I pay so little for things, or we all try to, if you're a reseller, you know how it is. You want to buy cheap, you want to sell for loads. Next up, shout out to Mark, my good mate Mark Irk, who walks around the car boot sale with me and keeps me company. He does also buy and sell. He doesn't just come to me, we go together. But he knows I love a vacuum or a carpet cleaner or whatever it may be. And he asked the lady how much this was, and I walked over and he went, oh, Ashley only wants a tenner for that. I was like, don't you want it? He went, no. He went, I was asking for you. I was like, oh, legend. Comes with the liquid that goes in it. She said she'd only used it a couple of times. Paid a tenner. Sold for £50 on Vinted. Again, that was up for £60. Someone offered me 50. I'm happy to take that all day long. Another one which was on offer. This is a Morphy Richards 3-in-1 vacuum. Now, I've got a good friend at the car boot sale. He's a good lad. I've been learning little bits of Yoruba. So if you don't know what Yoruba is, it's like a Nigerian language. There's so many languages in Nigeria. This is just one of them. And I've been learning little bits. I'm not trying to tell you I'm fluent. I'm not. But me and him, we always say, you know, hello, good morning, how are you? In me Yoruba accent. And he always looks after me. He always comes up to me, says good morning, and sometimes he keeps hoovers for me. And this was one of them. I'm always really honest. Like, I'll always look up what I can sell it for, and then I'll pay him what I can pay for it. Now, this sold for me for 20 quid, so not a very top of the range hoover. So I said to him, I said, look, I'm more than happy to give you a £5 because, you know, I'm only going to make 15 to 20 quid on it. That's what I was expecting to make. I made 20 quid, so after tax and stuff, you know, you're making whatever, 10 quid profit. But yeah, sold for 20 quid. So I paid a £5, sold for 20. But it's always, you know what I say to people in this game all the time, it's always who you know, not what you know. It's always good to know things, but it's always good to know people. Knowing people will get you a lot further in this game than what you know, because there comes a time when boot fairs finish and auctions get extremely expensive when the boot fairs are finished. So you need to know people, you need an edge, and that's one of them. Just, you know, you've got to have a good laugh with people, make connections, etc, etc. And then the last sale was from the video I'd done with Ben Sunday, the £20 challenge I'd done with Ben from Flawless. First thing I picked up, paid a £5 for him. He was like, oh, it's a big bit of your budget gone. And I thought, no, these are a good seller. They always sell. They sold full price on Vinted, 35 quid. Just like that. So yeah, that was all the sales we had. I did actually have one more sale, but I can't find it. I need to find it. It is a Guitar Hero, but it'll be in here somewhere. but it hasn't got to be sent till Tuesday, so yeah, we'll wait till then. But I'm going to start cracking on because I've got to try and, I might even, what's the time? 6:30. So I may try and get this wrapped, and then I haven't got to do it tomorrow when I can go and enjoy my football. But I'm going to love and leave you all. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Hope you make millions of sales over the weekend. And I hope you have a lovely time with your family and your loved ones or your friends, or whoever it is you're doing it with. But I'll see you all in the next one. All the best, guys, and take care.